Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Where the hell is
Oh,
my
cool.
remote? Sorry, I'm looking for I just had it. Okay.
Should I see myself larger or should I see you larger?
It doesn't matter. I think that's up to you. I'm going to change the screen so that both of us are side by side.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that.
Is it changed on your end or is it the same?
No, it's the same.
Okay, it's up to you. So up in the corner, there are like boxes that says like gallery view, speaker view. Up top right, you might be able to change.
Okay, gallery view.
Mm-hmm.
So I want gallery view.
That. I don't know.
Oh, there I am. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nifty? I like your shirt. Tingz nice.
Thank you, DIY.
Yes. Of course. Of course.
All right, dear.
Okay.
We're just starting. Huh?
Okay. I'm looking at the lighting. I'm looking at my hair. I'm looking at my lighting. Yes.
Your light. You need a light in front and back of your camera.
I need it in back of my camera?
Yeah, the lighting is supposed to be. Oh. Don't fall. No, not back there. In back. Yeah. In back of your camera, not you.
The camera is back. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. You need it in back.
All right. Here I go. Now we got to rearrange the furniture.
It's all right. I had to do the same thing. Y'all don't understand how much goes into this whole video shebang. I don't think.
Maybe that's better.
You won't get it. Let me see.
Okay, maybe that's better. Oh.
A tad. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get my life together. Okay, there it is.
Oh, I see a little snake plant in the back.
Oh, you like? I got two. I got another one on my desk. I just didn't have a place to put it yet.
I want an oversized snake plant. Like
I have one of those. That's
one
in my
that's like high.
Yeah.
How does it look? Take a picture of that when you after this so I can see what it looks like because I don't have a.
Okay. And I've been growing it for a couple of years, so.
You didn't buy it big?
No. I don't know how I bought it, but it wasn't big. It's big now, though.
Okay. Well, welcome to Nice-ish. I'm so happy to have you.
Hi. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time.
You haven't. My nails they're not bad.
No, this time.
It is time.
There's that one pink one.
There's grip.
Because when it's clear. Yeah, when it's clear, it doesn't look like you need your nails done as soon. But when it's full color.
Right, true.
So these are my nails. I did these last night. I did these for the Nice-ish podcast.
Oh, thank you. I feel special.
And look, just for you.
What does it say?
My logo. Should I get closer?
Oh, you got I see that you did a fist the other day. I was like, oh, now she wants to practice.
Oh, yeah, I did. Somebody just was like, can you do a fist? And it was like, my niece pulled it up and was like, do this. And I was like, okay, I'm doing it. So when you come back, you could get a fist. We just don't.
I think I'm over it now.
You over it now?
The non-shopper is coming. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, I'm burning non-shopper too, but not on the other side. That's my thing.
It's definitely coming this way. Okay. Okay, we definitely got started. Y'all, this is the homie. Wherever you see my nails, this is her. Like, I don't go to anybody else but her since 2012.
Yes, since 2012. It's been a long time.
Massive. So, let them know who you are, what you do, where you at, all of that, the goodness, because, they don't.
All of the goodness. Okay, so I'm Zadi. Zadi B is my real nails by Zadi B. My last name starts with a B. I am a New Jersey-based nail tech. I'm a Black, if you hadn't noticed.
Did you see the melanin?
I'm melanin nail tech. I work in a studio space. As you see behind me, this is my space, but it's also located in my home. So that makes working a lot easier. Overhead is low and I'm not closed.
There's no wait.
There's never a wait. My clients never ever meet each other and it's always so weird.
We do, but that's either because like I might be early or they might be doing something extra. You might be giving them cake or something, cookies or something,
Yes, but very rarely do my clients meet each other because there's no wait. So I schedule appointments based on the service. I schedule them out time-wise. So no one ever has to wait. I have waiting chairs. I'm in one, but no one's ever really in them. I do that. I specialize in gel manicures. I do not do acrylic. I do not like powder. I do not like liquid. I do gel only. I do gel extensions, which, if you don't know, it's the sculpted gel extension is building the tip of the nail with gel. So I don't even use tips. I build it all. I sculpt it all. And I specialize in hand painted nail art and a pedicure. I love pedicures. I have a good pedicure. A lot of nail techs don't like to do pedicures, surprisingly enough. I am not one of those. So I know people who go to a black girl to do their pedicure and a different black girl to do their nails. It's like,
it makes no sense. I mean,
absolutely not. I'm doing it all.
I can't understand.
Give me all your coins, please and thanks.
And she earns them.
I work hard.
You do.
I look at the space. I work hard.
So I to give them a tidbit of our origin story, like the people who follow me on Instagram and actually read the captions will know what that was, because when I was in like I'm still in it, like my whole pro-black, buy black, support black situation, I shared the story with them. So I only met her because my job, we both happen to be educators, right? So my job in Jersey years ago was putting on this program. We always do like Teacher Appreciation Week or Teacher Staff Appreciation Week, really, really, really big. And so they got this nail tech. I was like, oh, now mind you, I was really expecting a Karen. Like, I didn't know that it was going to be a Zadia. And so I'm booking this appointment. I'm like, oh, she's black. Okay. But even then I was like, okay, this is going to be something regular schmegular. And then I'm like, do you do designs? Because I had been looking for a black person to do my nails since I moved to Jersey. So I moved to Jersey in 2007. And so all that time, not really having anybody. And I wanted designs. I specifically wanted my nails to be designed because I felt like if I couldn't go about expressing myself any other way, I needed to like be expressive of my nails or whatever. So at the end of the session, she does a great job. We have the convo, and that was a big thing. It's like, I don't want to go to sit somewhere for over an hour and I not be able to communicate with you. And I can't also be on my phone because you're doing my nails. So like the lack of entertainment was horrible.
Sure.
We're having this session in the made up studio in the bathroom.
It was in the nurse's office because the nurse was out that day.
No, the first one was
the first one was in the nurse's office. I have pictures.
It was the bathroom. We covered we covered the toilet seat.
That was the second year.
Whatever year.
Like 5 years. The first year
we were in the bathroom.
The first year we were in the nurse's office. I'm telling you, I got pictures. I have pictures to prove that. Nurse's office, facts. You got
it. Well, 1 year, whatever year. I knew
I did this for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years. I did it.
So we're in the nurse's room. And so at the end of the session, we have a great time. We're having conversation. I'm like, oh, do you do designs? Or, where you get all the information? She says yes. I'm like, oh. And then that's when you were working downtown Newark.
I was working downtown at a salon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That got hit by a bus.
Got hit by a bus years later. It was hood-esque. I'm
not exaggerating. That is literal.
It was hood-esque, okay?
I
was there. They gave me a shot. I had been out of nail school like 2 years. That's another story. And I was looking to work, and I worked there, and I worked also at the Hilton in Short Hills. I worked in there. Yeah. Nobody's getting designs at the Hilton. Nobody's doing none of that. So they're getting French manis. Fish manicures, yes, with a white line, not a colored line. So I was working downtown, and then you came downtown to see me a couple of times, and that was extra. It was hoodish, and then I got into a disagreement with the owner, and he was like, "You could leave." I was like, "All right, I could leave." We ain't say shit. Packed all my shit, and I left. And then, like months later, they got hit by a bus. They got hit by a bus. I got out of there just in time.
Yo, because it would have been right in the front.
Right.
Can we talk about it?
Front. No, thanks. No, thanks. So I was out of there. And then I brought all my stuff to my parents' house, and my dad at the time, he is deceased now, at the time, he was like, well, you could work in the basement where we have the house for if you can't use the space. So I began taking clients here. The space didn't look like this at the time.
Oh, you did a great job.
The space did not look like this. I had old school wooden panels on the wall. It was dark. There was no recess. It was.
You made it work though. You made it work.
My clients held me down for like mad years, like just in this space. And then I kicked out some cash.
Got that glow up.
It was the guy kicked out some cash and gutted the entire space. You can't see it, but when you come, you can see it.
Yeah.
Gutted this space, and here we are now today.
So, nice segue into one of my topics. So people don't, we both do business. We both little like, small entrepreneurships, whatever. And you just touched on pricing, and people don't understand what goes into your prices. Like, I know like the damn drill costs like $400. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, it costs.
It
costs money.
It costs money. The machines I use.
Art behind the wall costs money. The red one, not the yellow. That one up there. That costs money.
That did cost money.
That's hand painted. That costs money. That's another black business owner. Costs money. All this stuff costs money. Those shelves cost money. All that shit up there, the gel polish, the nail polish, the gel paint, that costs money. That snake plant in the back was free. But all this other stuff costs money. It costs money.
And so let's talk about pricing. So talk about pricing.
Ooh.
Talk about the stories when people are like, probably after, you started getting business, and then it's like, once they hear the price, they're like, oh, nah. But it's just like, well, what do you expect? And talk about your services, the pricing, why they are.
So, like I said, I was going to do planning a meetup, and this is going to be one of the topics, pricing. When you go, what in the industry, in the nail industry, is called a discount Asian salon. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Lee number 2, Lee number 3, they're all in the urban communities. You know where they are. They get fancier names when they move out to Milburn, but they're the same shit. Those are not market prices. A full set of anything is not $25. It's not $35. It's not $50. That's a below market price. It's a below market price because they had ends with wholesalers. Sometimes they are the wholesaler.
I was about to say.
Sometimes they make the products themselves, so their costs can be super low. I took a class a couple years ago, 2012, 2013, and I had to do all of this work on pricing. And I had to go look at competitors' prices, and I had to do real statistical mathematics, like math where you line shit up, accounting, and you figure out how many cotton balls in a pack of cotton, how many cotton balls do you use per service? What is that cents-wise? Tally that, all that up. To calculate how much nail polish is used per service, per the amount in the bottle. So if it's 40 uses in a bottle, you use 2 coats. You got to do the math on that to derive at an accurate price. So a gel manicure from Real Nails is $35. Facts. That's just it. And that is comparable if you go out into the world at market price. So market price is either $30 to, it varies between $30 and $40. So I charge right in the middle, $35. If you want to go to a discount Asian salon and they do powder on your nails and then they put a gel top coat and tell you got gel, that's your business. And it's $15, a backfill $15. No, extensions do not cost $30. It just can't cost that. Not for the cost of tips. If you put tips on, so you have tips, then you have glue, then you have an electric file. All of that costs money. So I've had people have issues with pricing. I have had people call me. Recently, someone put me on a Facebook group for Black businesses, and someone called me and wanted to know the cost of a gel manicure and a regular pedicure. And I told her that is $70. And she said, no, thank you. Someone wanted home services. I travel, so I come out to your home. Someone wanted home services and they lived like an hour away. I don't mind, I have clients that live an hour away, but they wanted 3 pedicures and a manicure. And when I told them a pedicure and manicure for in-home service is $150, they were like, we're gonna call you back. I don't have no problems, because to be very clear, there are people who pay for in-home services. And in-home service is a concierge service. I had to pack up an e-file, I got to pack up a foot bath, I got to pack up all these things to come drive my car to your house and do your nails.
Risk my life.
So it's not cheap. It's not cheap to do that. And so that means I have to have an extra set of everything. So if I'm on the go, I have a set of everything from the studio in the bag for your house. That costs. So I think Black people in general don't know the cost of these services because they haven't had to pay market costs.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with Black people, Black techs, you're going to pay market costs. We don't have the same ends with the Koreans and the Vietnamese for wholesaling. We don't have, we have to pay market price for the shit they sell wholesale. And we're not in, what is that? Was it a shoo-shoo? When people get together and put the money in the business.
Susu.
We're not in one of them. The Vietnamese and the Koreans do susus all day. The nail salon. We don't have that. We don't have access to that. So it costs different prices. It costs money. So people don't want to pay my price. I'm okay. And I don't judge you, and I'm not mad at you if it's out of your budget because you've equated a certain price for a certain service. And $2 is not a tip on a $70 service, Black people. Please. I know you think $2, you think I gave him a tip, like you gotta do some math, and that's not it. But I will take your $2.
She gonna take it.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna take. Give me your coins. Give me.
What, aside from pricing, have been some struggles on your nail in your journey working out?
Let's see. Struggles, staying current, nail education. Nail education costs. Like if you want to stay up, if you want to perfect skills that you don't get from nail school, that costs. And sometimes it's a lot of money and no one pays for that but the technician. Insurance costs. Let's see, other struggles. Making sure I have everything that my clients want, and finding the niche client. That's a struggle. Not everybody is my client. Not everybody. You want trap nails? I might not be the person for you. I might want to play on some trap nails. I might want to trap my current clients' nails out, but that's not their everyday thing. They don't need them to be 6 inches long. They don't need stiletto. They don't want that. They want to go to work and they want their nails to be funky. Yeah. Instagram, surprisingly. Social media has been a challenge for me to really get in and homegirl, like, yes.
Yeah, I know.
She hounded me. I had a personal page where I would upload photos and that was fine. But now it's like you have to use social media to run business. I come from the old school. You tell somebody to tell somebody and to tell somebody, and that's how your business grows. Currently, legit, that's how my business is growing. But social media has made it so like you got to post a lot. You got to share a lot. You got to be, and I don't mind doing that personally, but when it's required to make money, it becomes a little harder and more pressure. And then the advent that you see everybody else's work. You think your work is good, and then you see other people working. You're like, I had to step my game up. Like, I had to work harder. When you in a bubble without social media,
you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, social media can to attack your confidence. And that's been a struggle because I follow some dope ass Black nail techs. Okay, none of New Jersey. They make money. Okay, and their work is phenomenal. And I'm looking like, shit. I need to take an art class like at Essex County to get some drawing skills. People putting faces on nails. Listen, it's intense. So that has been, a struggle. And then putting money in your business, putting money back into the business and not using money that is made as petty cash.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, when I wasn't working a full-time job, I balanced nail money better. But then working a full-time job, it's like, okay, here, I got this money. But I make sure that when I do earn, as I make money, it goes back. Everything I do, I try to keep it coming back into the space. This is like my baby doing nails. It's like my baby. So those are some of the challenges that I have encountered over this journey.
Mm-hmm. So that goes into, I love how everything's flowing. It goes into one of my running themes that has happened or that have come up in the last 2 weeks, right? So I've had numerous conversations with friends, and I think quarantine is actually bringing out a lot of budding entrepreneurs. So like, people who have been thinking about doing something, and now that they actually have the time and the energy to do it, they're doing it. So, however, there are a lot of people who I want to talk about basically the difference between being an artist and being an entrepreneur, because there are a lot of people who are great at creating. They are great at being an artist. They are great at painting. They are great at making whatever it is, but either they have no interest in the business aspect, they have no interest in the customer service aspect, and because of that, you have clientele, but you may not be doing the best thing that's going to continue to help you get money, right? So like your communication is poor, you're inconsistent with shipping, you don't want to interact with clients, you are being unrealistic about, like, these are all the things. I'm not going to go into detail about what's happening, but I'm just like, there is a difference. And I had a friend who was complaining about an interaction with an artist, and I'm just like, I get your frustration, but you have to understand that some people are just that, right? Like they are not tuned in to what it's going to take to actually help their business flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she's like, but this could just be solved with a form. If you had a form and I filled it out, and when I need it, where my address is, all this, but y'all are going back and forth in Instagram, right, on how to get your stuff. And he's supposed to bring it one day, he doesn't bring it. You tell him your availability, he randomly pops up in your neighborhood saying, hey, I'm here, I'm around. And then it doesn't go back and forth. Then he wants to say, let's split the cost to, for me to get this to you on Uber. Like, I was like, this is a lot. And you just need to be an artist, right? And so either you're going to hire somebody to do that customer service piece, or you got to learn the skills, So that was a running theme.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I know, because I toggle back and forth in that lane. I toggle back and forth between artistry and entrepreneur. I have entrepreneurial wits that I know it takes money to make money. I know you got to put your money back in your business. I know you can't spend inventory money on bullshit. If you got to buy inventory, you got to make sure I can manage that. I toggle because as a part of a business or an entrepreneur, you have to do marketing. You have to do sales. You have to do promotions. You have to do all that, which I have no fucking interest in doing. Have none. 0, 0, 0. So my Instagram page is not lit because I don't have zero fucking energy, patience, tolerance for none of that. You come, you want to book an appointment, you come, I can do your nails, I'll hum up, you'll be happy, you'll be fantastic, you'll text me 5 days later and say, I love my nails, girl, thank you so much, and I'll be happy. Ask me to post that shit, ask me to take a picture. No. So it's hard. It's hard. I know how to keep my money together and pay myself. I know how to do those things, but there's another level of business and entrepreneurship. You got to have like this whole fucking package. Mm-hmm. You have it because you do it all the time. And you kind of like want to put your foot on my neck for me to do these things that I have no interest in doing. And it's like, if you're going to do this full time, you have to do this. You have to do it. In line with this, there's a running theme. Working full time and following your passion or your business or your creativity.
Yeah.
So due to the Rona, I lost my full-time job.
Same.
School district canceled contracts.
Same.
Was like, we're not doing this. And then they told us, we're not even bringing you back in the fall. Mm-hmm. I never stopped doing nails. Y'all could judge me. People wanted house calls. During the Rona, I put that mask on and I did some feet and some nails. Let me tell you something. White people pay their money. And they pay that shit on time and they want you to come back.
Without complaint.
Without complaint. So I never stopped doing nails. And the murder of George Floyd and the sudden urge of Black business has brought new money my way. we should never ever
Doing this
stop
shit
buying
before,
Black.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's marketing and now it's trending. So it has brought more money my way and I can't complain about that. But I'm wondering, my niece was here and she was like, she's from North Carolina. And she said, this is what you told me. I'm gonna tell you, she said, stop bullshitting. This is the time. The universe, she talk my talk. The universe is open and it is now giving you the opportunity to do this full time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to put a but. I'm not going to put a because. I'm just going to let my niece, who's 19, rip me and put me on the track of what I would dish out, because I would dish that out to somebody. So I'm like, okay, fear, because we don't talk about fear a lot. Fear and doubt. And like,
uncertainty, FUD.
Fear, doubt, and uncertainty.
Fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
So it's like, can you do this? Can you do this full time? What would it look like? How would you do it? Can you afford it? You got a car, like you got to pay. Like, can you manage those things? Can you step out? And I don't like that other word, but can you step out on knowing that all will be well and money will come in? And just as I got comfortable in the notion, somebody texted me today about a fucking job, like teaching 4th grade ELA. And I caught all this anxiety just thinking about wrapping my mind around some lesson plans and some work.
Wait, yeah, that was another look. Everything's aligned.
I was just like, I mean, I got to teach virtual and I got to be in a classroom sometimes. And so it's like 2 jobs for health benefits and a pension. Most people be like, you know, I come from parents and life that would say you get that job because that's for sure and you take it. But the Rona teaching niggas ain't nothing for sure.
The facts.
You got these good jobs and you can lose it. So I have no idea how to balance that, how to balance those thoughts. But if I know that my well-being is assured and abound, fuck it, do the nails. You got these education degrees. Somebody will need you later. Just go ahead and see what happens.
You're a little tutoring on the side.
I am tutoring on the side, yes. I'm still going to apply for this job because I come from those kind of parents. Still going to apply.
Yeah.
I can't not.
Right.
The principal called me himself and was like, come through. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm in my car, like, just take a breath. I'm going to apply, but can I say that my heart is in that place? I think I would be more inclined to say that after the conversation with my niece, I kind of know that I would put the time in to do this full time. I've never put the time in, like in the past, like 8 or 9 years to do this full time since like 2013.
Yeah.
I haven't done this full time. So I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know.
You and I have had conversations about similarly, because I know it's like, you were like, do I really want to go back in the classroom? And so we have these minimalist conversations, right? Because, you know, I went through some shit in 2019 and it was, honestly, it wasn't even because of like the health issues. It's just, dude, I'm tired. Like, I don't want, okay, you know, we spent like, so you go to college, you graduate, right? And then you have like these expectations that you're supposed to work in this field that you have, you know, spent all this time, energy, and Sally Mae money in. And then, you know, you keep striving for the salary, you keep striving for the titles. And so I'm in my 30s now, I'm damn near about to be in my 40s. So it's like, I'm at a point where it's like, I don't care about the titles anymore. Like, I've done I know who I am. I know the quality of my work. I don't really feel like I'm, like, who am I doing it for? Am I doing this? Am I trying to get this title just so I can say, ooh, I'm director of this, and this, you know, or I make X, Y, and Z. Not that I'm sharing my salary with anybody anyway, but at the end of the day, I'm like, it doesn't matter, because all that shit comes with more freaking responsibility. I'm trying to chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to go into parenthood and all this stuff. Like, all that's just going to be stress. So how about I just try to, I know this sounds bad, but do the absolute least.
It doesn't sound bad. You know? I'm cutting you off.
That's good.
I don't want to say I don't mean to cut you off because people mean to cut you off.
Yes, I know.
So I'm just going to say I'm cutting you off.
Back and forth.
I liked my job. This is key. So
Also,
what I learned from 2017 on is I don't want to do shit that's not fun. I don't want to earn money not having fun. People think that is some crazy shit to say. I was an early literacy specialist for 2 years, right? And I liked the company I worked for. I liked the school that I was placed in. I liked that I left that shit at the school and came home. I did very minimal planning at home. I did my job. I was happy. I liked it. It was fun. I had fun. Thinking, I had to do about this much thinking because it was shit. I was doing a job of things I already knew how to do.
right.
I had a lot of fun. I don't want to do something. I don't want a job to say I have a job because that presumes security and value. So is my value less because I don't have a full-time job and can't say I'm an early literacy specialist or I'm a literacy coach? Is my value less? We tend to think that people who have jobs like entrepreneur or I'm a nail tech or I'm an electrician, those kind of jobs are not as valuable as quote unquote professional jobs. So do I want to go take this job to take a job? Do I want a job to take a job just so I can have security and value? Or do I want to do some shit that's fun and that doesn't take effort? It takes no, outside this marketing shit that she trying to make me do, this shit is minimal effort. It's minimal, it's fun. I love it. It's minimal effort to think about outside of sometimes maybe having some creative blocks, like what to do on someone's nails. It takes minimal effort. I don't want to do a whole lot of effort. I don't want to effort. I don't want to do anything where it takes a lot of effort. And people believe, got to work hard. Listen, if you don't know about Abraham Hicks, you might want to listen. Abraham say, you got to work no hard. No, you don't work hard. That's not why we're here. No working hard. Not even work smart. No struggle. Black people think I struggle. Got to come on up. You got to hustle. Fuck that. I want to do some shit I like. I want to do some shit that's fun. And I want minimal effort in doing it. That's it. I
can dig it.
I don't want to. That brother said, 4th grade ELA social. All I thought was lesson plans. All I thought was meetings. All I thought was paperwork, thinking, planning. I was like, whoa. You laid me off in March. I ain't thought about nobody, nothing. Okay? But nails. I mean, I make my son read. I make him write. Outside of that, and my tutoring, and even the tutoring, my attitude has really changed. I'm tutoring this young man and going into the 7th grade. Years ago, it would have been rigid and it would have been super structured. He got to read this book for school. I bought the book. We're going to read it. We're going to analyze text. I'm going to help you get your thinking together because he thinks things, but he can't articulate them from his mind to the paper. I'm going to talk you through all that. I ain't printing out no dittos. I'm not pulling out my reading strategies book. I ain't doing none of that. It's about to be free. You're going to be ready for 7th grade and it's going to be light because I don't have no mental power for effort because I like my life. I like it like this. I like the slow. I like time to do gardening. I like my life. And I'm not about to have the man fuck it up.
Tell him.
Tell him. For value and security, which at any given point you can take away with another lockdown. You take all that shit away. So I'm with it. Where does this segue to? What's the next?
We didn't. There was another piece from the previous conversation that I meant to talk about. But see, this is why our nail sessions take so long because we end up talking about shit like this.
Let me tell you something. Nobody's nails takes as long as your fucking nails. Okay? No nail. With you, it's 3.5 hours. Nobody else takes that long. Nobody. Except her. Because we have these conversations and we talk and we catch up.
And we do designs and
we do designs, and then she'd be like, I don't like it, and I gotta take it off.
And she'd be trying to get me to do matte and get polka dots and get the shit that she knows I don't like, but then she'd be trying it anyway. Like
because it's hot, it's nice. I boss all my other clients around, so if you're watching this, if you come here, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna get, and 9 times out of 10, you like it. We don't do matching toenails and matching toes. If you come here wanting blue nails and blue toes, if they the same color blue, we don't do it. They got to be two different blues. Okay, we don't do that matchy shit because we fly.
No matchy.
No matchy.
Shoot. Okay, so in almost the same vein about trying to preserve energy and peace and sanity. So I have recently been in a place I feel like I always rebrand. It's not necessarily rebranding, but I call it like the glow up plan, right? The Tingz Nice-ish glow up plan. And so there's a bunch of things that I'm starting to incorporate into my content because I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to be up with the time. I'm trying to be a lot of things. And so and because there's so many avenues, it's like, okay, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's a podcast, there's just regular blogging. I'm trying to keep up with all of that because I know it may seem crazy. I know it may seem crazy, but they all do mesh together. So the piece that I've been lacking or slipping on really is my tutorials, right? Because my whole platform is basically about educating, right? In some way, shape, or form, it's about education. And so the tutorials are the piece that I really want to push out there. But I realized something about myself. And I realized that I love to do the physical recording. I love to take the pictures. I hate doing the fucking editing, right? Like that shit takes time. I don't mind editing pictures because, that can be fairly quick. But I did a 16-second YouTube intro. I took hours. That took a whole 24 hours to edit for 16 seconds, right? So I realized, I was like, the reason I have so many things recorded and the reason why they're not posted is because I don't want to do the editing. And so I realized, you know what? You need to learn when to pass shit off, right? When to pass it off to the experts. So I'm at a place where I'm like, you know what? And this is an idea that came to me from a conversation with a friend. I was like, you are absolutely right. So reached out to the gentleman that did who edited my footage and did all the recording for the Uber Soca Juve that I did in Turks, or that I attended in Turks. Got a quote from him. Then I went on Fiverr, however you say it, to look up quotes. I was like, oh, these are along the same line. So I'd rather give it to the Black person from Turks and Caicos who did it, support local, and that'd be that. And then try to figure out, okay, all the money this is kind of where you think about how your funds for the business are being streamlined. So if I'm getting money from products, if I'm getting money from custom earrings, if I'm getting money from other places or whatever for the business, then I'll use that to pay somebody to edit the footage that I want, because these aren't regular tutorials. These are tutorials that I want that'll be charged, right? Like people will have to pay a fee in order to get them because they're going to be lengthy. So I'm like, okay, you gotta invest in yourself.
Yes.
So when to pass the shit off to somebody else. Whew. Yeah.
When to pass it on to the experts. I gotta mow my lawn. And the front of the lawn is kind of small. The lawnmower will fit, but I'll be fucking up my hostas because I'll just run over them to cut the grass and the hostas be chipped. Then I'm like, should I just hire a landscaper? They can edge it. They can make the garden look better. And I'm going, but I have a lawnmower. And my son could do this shit. But I think I'm going to hire an expert because I looked at my neighbor's yard. They hired an expert. I don't want to cut my hostas anymore. I don't want to roll over flowers because I'm trying to cut the grass. And sometimes it's weeds. I'm going to pass this on to the expert. I just solidified that I'm calling a landscaper. I've been toggling in my mind like, why pay them when you have a lawnmower? You could do it yourself. Get out there and do that work. You get this cash.
Yes.
And I'm calling a landscaper. I'm passing it on to the experts. That crosses lines in your whole life. When you should stop doing your nails at home and call an expert. When you should stop cutting your hair at home and call an expert.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, There are some things you can do at home, and if you can do them well, you keep doing them because that's cost effective. But it's some things, if it's not your lane, call an expert. That editing of the videos, let me tell you something. If I ever had a YouTube channel, I'm not editing shit. I'm gonna just keep doing the takes until, just keep recording until it's the right length and it's right. But then I see all these videos and they have like pictures, and you add a picture in when you're talking about something. That just looks so complicated, and that's, which probably why I don't have a YouTube channel, because it looks complicated.
It's not even, like, for me, like, it's not difficult. It just takes a lot of time. Like, you can figure it out. And, you know, I do pat myself on the back when shit is lit, you know, and I'm doing all those things, but it's like, no, I don't want to spend energy on that. Like, for the next, like, I remember what that process is like for the next time that I'm thinking about doing it. I don't want to do that. That's why I told you before you got on here, ask the questions in WhatsApp first, because I'm not editing anything.
And the crazy thing is, I didn't even have any questions. I got the email you sent me about what the topics were going to be, all of that, but I didn't really have any questions. So I was like, I don't need to ask anything. And you sent that shit like a half an hour before the podcast. So if I did have questions, where were they going to get answered?
My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
It's okay. Passing things off to the expert, I think that's important. I think so. When you need to.
What has been, did you have any themes this week? Like, what has been consistent? Like, you had a conversation with one person, next person, next one, like, oh, this has been a running thing.
Running theme is this: doing the business full time. That has been it's been a conversation that's been having for like a week or so with like different people, and getting different people's takes on it. And that has been a running theme. Talking to clients about pricing. Surprisingly, I've been doing a lot of talking with clients about that, what things should cost and what do they really cost versus what you pay. I think that, and I don't think I have anything else. Being creative and stepping out, like, just trust that it's going to be okay and just do it. That's been a running theme, I think.
Okay.
I don't have any more. I think we kind of talked about them.
Okay. What about, I'm going to bring this idea, or another theme. I've been having a lot of conversations.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've seen a lot. Well, you don't be on social media like that. But anyway, like, there's this phrase, everybody like, speak your truth. And then, and then I had a conversation, and someone was like, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with speaking your truth, because there are moments where you could be speaking your truth, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you were in the right. Right? There's no context to speak to what your truth is. Like, it's just your truth. Like you might have been in an argument with someone, and you feel as though you were wronged somehow, and now you're like, well, I'm speaking my truth, and this is this, that, and the other. But it's just like, yeah, no, but were you right? Is it speaking your truth or speaking your feelings? Because your feelings cannot be wrong, because those are your feelings. But right? But is it really your truth?
It's your feelings based on what you're saying. It's your feelings. So speak your feelings, maybe better.
Yeah. At the end of the conversation, we were like, so should we speak your feelings then?
Is speak your truth really just tell your story? Like, is that really what it is?
Your version
of the story. Well, it's your story. I mean, nobody can tell it. If it's a co-creation with you and somebody else, then the part you tell is your story. No one knows no one knows what other people are thinking. I want to push my glasses up and I don't have them on my face.
Yeah, take them off.
Right? So, speak your truth. It's cliche. What is true? What is really true? And I heard you bring up right or wrong. Right or wrong is so relative. And what does it matter what is technically right or wrong? And who determines what the fuck is right and wrong? Who determines that? Who makes those determinations? So, I don't know. To speak your truth, like, I'm speaking my truth. Sounds so cliche. Sounds like a blog or some shit. Speak your truth, queen. I don't talk like that.
I feel like doing a search to see if there's a podcast called
Speak Your Truth, queen. Tell them, stand up for Black girls. Like all these like things are important and are just real life things become catchphrases. Tell your story. Whatever your story is, tell it. Fuck if it's true or not. I mean, don't be lying on people, but I mean, it's your version.
That is actually a better phrase. Tell
your story. Tell your story. I had a blog once, and I attempted to tell my story once, like it was so many years ago. And I attempted to tell my story, but proofreading became annoying. I could spend hours doing that, and the shit would just never get posted because I'm always proofreading it.
Editing, I'm telling you.
Always trying to make it sound like me. Like I don't want to write anything that doesn't sound like it has to sound like I'm talking. So that took a lot. That took a lot of work because then there's the professional person that wants to edit my writing like I'm teaching school, and then there's person like, you could say that. Like, who says you can't say that? It's your blog. It's not a lesson plan. So tell your story, whatever that shit is.
Okay. The one thing so as a disclaimer, like, I don't know if I came up with this phrase for you, but I call it, like, when I go to her, like, it's nail therapy. Like, yes, it's not.
You coined that, and I'm going to run with that.
Nail therapy for the natural soul.
Yes, and some shit. I need a shirt that says some of that shit on it.
Okay, I can read it out.
Yeah, preferably black or white, maybe. I don't know. I don't wear white because I get white dirty. So black. Okay.
So again, so that's why it takes so long, because we're not
nail therapy.
We're not just doing nails. She's sharing with me stories that are happening on her end. I'm sharing the stories that are happening on my end. We consult with each other. We do this thing, and we often talk about relationships and lots, man-interactions and
yes. All of that. We talk all of that. And it's always good. And she said the last time
always good.
I need to get you on the podcast because we didn't hear she dropping jewels and dimes and gems and all that. It's true. Fun. And not for nothing, I do it with all my customers, but Shamir's takes the longest because it just does. But all my customers, we come and they have therapy here.
Yeah.
Nail therapy.
It's good. And she does offer wine glass service, right? So what is it, $7? Yeah, $7, something like that. You want a glass
if you get
of wine.
a Lux, if you get any Lux service, it comes with a glass of wine.
Look at that. Oftentimes I bring my own, especially if I got some good juice. I'm like, listen.
Some of my other clients, like, I want the wine, I'll get the glass.
I need it.
And we will dissect all this shit that is out there that needs to be dissected. Because when else, which is a niche for me and probably a lot of other nail techs, when you go to other places, discount Asian salons, you don't talk to anybody. You can't talk.
You can't. It's not even that you don't want to. You cannot.
There's a language barrier there. There's a cultural barrier there. Not to say you can't have friends of other races. I'm not saying that, but when you go get your service, they there to work, get this money, get you in, get you out. They're not about to ask you how the kids are doing. They're not about to ask you, did you get your tire fixed or what happened with the job and all. They're not about to do any of that. And that's when people come here and unload their stories. They tell their stories and I offer perspective. I offer my own stories and people are always happy when they leave.
Facts.
Always.
I struggled for a while. Like I kept saying, my nail tech, and I'm like, she's your fucking friend. Like, she's your friend. I was like, wait, she's my friend.
And I call her my client, Shamir, and everybody's like, well, fuck, we know who the fuck she is. You don't have to keep saying my client. We know her. Like, stop. She came to the baby sippancy. Like, she's been here. Like, and then one time we were here doing nails. He was like, I think we should become real friends.
Like, you can call me. Like, why do we have to wait a month?
We wait all this time. We unload all this shit at one time. She's like, we could be real friends. I was like, we could be real friends. Okay, let's do that. You got my number. Yeah, let's call. Let's talk. Let's do that.
You still don't call. Actually, I'm proud. You actually do. You have called.
I do.
This is good. Progress.
Say I didn't. See, I do.
No, I was gonna say we have, but it hasn't been a lot.
I don't
do.
like WhatsApp, and so that probably prevents why, because you're the only person I talk to on WhatsApp. But
Oh, sorry.
yeah,
And you're
okay.
I mean, you can text regular. It's fine.
She used to have an iPhone, so it was nice. Now she done traded on that.
Even then, I didn't really text you then.
Now she got green messages.
That's right. Samsung for life, baby. Never
I'm not
going
hating
back.
on y'all Samsung owners because I'm about to step my game up. Okay, so I'm about to step my game up and get a new phone.
Oh, wait, hold on. You know how long it took her? Tell the people what phone you had before until 2019?
Shut up. In 2009, Verizon got the first ever iPhone. The iPhone 4 or 3. There's a 4, right? So I upgraded my phone in 2009 to the iPhone 4. Had that iPhone 4 till the 7S came out. That's like 5 or 7 or 9 years, maybe. It was a long time. So I had my phone since 2009. I think I might have upgraded my phone in 2017. So 9 years I held on to the 4. And I mean, I held on to it. You get a good Defender case, you get the OtterBox, you can make it. And so now I'm at the 7S Plus, if that's the name of the phone. And the Pro camera is dope. And if I have to start really doing this work, I probably need a better camera. And so I'm like, just get the phone. I'm almost like, nah, you can wait 2 more years, 3 more years. And the only reason I got another phone, I'm not going to lie to you. Apple said we will no longer support this device. Like, wait, T for time. I was taking Square payments, and Square was like, we are not sending you an update for this phone. PayPal told me, we are not updating this. You can no longer use PayPal on this phone. Square's like, we cannot take transactions. Apple was like, we're not putting another iOS on this phone. So then I couldn't get my money. So I was like, oh shit. I had to get a new phone. And then like right before I got the phone, I broke it. I had it 9 years and never broke my phone. I broke my phone. I cracked the shit out the screen. Like 9 years. So then I just broke down and went in and just gave this money.
I feel like when you walked in, because you know how like once your phone, like once you're eligible for a new phone or whatever, I feel like after 9 years, they just had like a whole celebration, fireworks, balloons as you walked
know what?
in.
Shut up. Apple, when I walked in Apple, because I'm going to buy the phone.
She's here!
I walked into Apple and they were like, ma'am, how long you had this phone? I was like, 9 years maybe. And they were like, you're going to let this go? I was like, yes, I have to let it go. Apple told me I had to let it go. If Apple didn't say I had to let it go, I might have still had that phone.
Been here.
I would have still had that phone. Apple was like, let it go. So at the time I had 5 gigabytes of data. And when I got the phone, I went to Verizon to like connect it in the same day. And the lady was like, you need to go unlimited. I was like, no, 5 gigabytes holds me down. I don't need more than 5 gigabytes. She's like, with this phone, ma'am, you need to go unlimited. You're going to go over 5 gigabytes of data like in a week. She was like, go unlimited. And I was like, lady, you don't know me. I'm going to do just fine. I went unlimited. I went unlimited. I didn't want to. I fought that lady in the store. And I went unlimited and I use a lot of gigabytes of data. I do. Turns out Instagram moves faster on a newer phone.
It does.
Everything worked like better. I was so like shocked, like wow. That's like when I got a new car. Girl, bye. I hold my things.
I'm just glad we're here now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I upgraded. I did an upgrade. I upgraded. So now I'm thinking about upgrading my phone and getting a watch, maybe. The iPhone watch. Yeah. I mean, listen, I might surprise you come in like, hey, just watching. I'm like, excuse me, did you say something? Maybe. So relationships, because that's where this is going. What about relationships?
I don't even know what you want to talk about. I just feel like we have like very unique perspectives. I love the wave that we're on. That's really just, if it ain't happening, if it ain't bringing fun, Abraham Hicks shit. If it ain't fun, I ain't doing it.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, if it's not fun, don't do that shit. If you don't want to get out of bed because it's not fun, don't stop. You're wasting time in your life. Stop it. Do some fun shit. And if it's not fun, make it fun. Find out how to make your job fun if it's not fun and you don't like it. That's some shit you control. We control this reality. We control all our shit. We can dictate our day the way we want to dictate it. So relationships. Whew. I don't think I have any new stories. I did. I was talking to a guy yesterday, an old friend of mine that I used to work with, texted me and asking me if I was staying safe. And he is white. Asking if I was staying safe. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And he's like,
I was about to ask.
Using hand sanitizer or using a mask everywhere. Like, my clients come, they want to wear a mask, they can wear a mask. I don't give a fuck. I'm not about to die. So you could come unmasked if you want to. It's your level of comfort, not mine. But don't ask me to put that shit on. I'm not doing it. So I was telling him, like, if I go to Costco or Trader Joe's, I'll put your mask on because that's your store policy, and I want you to respect my store policies when you step in the studio. So I will put your mask on to go in your store to get my things, right? But I was explaining to him that, and then he asked me if he was staying out of trouble. And I was like, well, I've gotten into some good trouble. And then that, he was like, oh, your boyfriend? And I was like, I don't know if that's the right word.
Your entanglement?
I'm an entanglement. Yes! I am in an entanglement. Yes.
Thank you, Jada.
Thank you. Facts. Stop ripping Jada. She was in an entanglement. Fuck that shit. She'll say whatever she wants to say.
She could, but she was wrong. But anyway, keep going.
She was wrong for what?
She was wrong for how she went about it. Like,
we
she knew she was effing him up. Did we?
We did before there was a red table talk. Before, when the news first broke, you were getting that set of nails. You were getting those nails, and you were like, "Did you hear about Jada?" And then it became a storm, and then there was a red table talk. Listen, y'all, they claim they had this open marriage.
Who we talking about?
Jada and Will.
I thought you were talking about the white boy. I was like, wait, what?
No, the white man. I was in my 20s.
Oh, this isn't new?
No, I was in my 20s. I was like 25, and I didn't have an affair because I'm not married. But that's what that was. And yeah, I was like 24, 25.
Okay.
Then now, no, but he still texts like on occasion, like to check in to see how I'm doing and if I'm well. And I mean that because we were friends, like as a friend. And sometimes friendships take on other roles, which was probably what happened with Jada. That relationship transcended her and I don't know his name.
August.
It probably started off as one thing and then turned into something else. That often happens. That happens with male to male, male to female relationships, male to male, woman to woman. It happens. You meet people and energy is energy. And sometimes your energy is really great with someone. Your chemistry is really great, but they might not be available in all the ways that you might want them available. I mean, that's all perspective. But that doesn't change the energy. It doesn't change the chemistry. It doesn't change the bond. It doesn't change any of those things. So y'all ripping Jada. People are dragging Jada. I'm like, listen. He is Will Smith. That is Will Smith. That is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's no reason in 25 years, he has not smashed, bagged.
No. But that's not the thing.
What is the problem with the Jada situation?
The thing with Jada is, at least my 2 cents, right? Is that, okay, yeah, you and Will have taken this break, but you've now taken August to do the healing. It doesn't even matter how old he is, right? But like, you do this healing with your son's friend, and then you're going through this shit with Will, and I don't know, maybe you thought that it was over, but at some point you realized that you were no longer going to, that it wasn't official, right? So that you're going back to Will, and then the dude falls in love with you, and now you just drop him like a bag of hot potato. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't consider all the shit that he was going through. So you already knew that he was mentally not well. And so you had a responsibility, right?
Yeah,
Since you want him to be healing, but now you're not doing shit to help his healing. Like, how does it, like, she has to be accountable for that. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with.
So, we're going to jump out of this lane, out of feelings. We're going to jump into some Abraham. It's not her responsibility to control his feelings.
It's not to control his feelings.
It's not her responsibility. I don't even think to consider his feelings. Oh, we do that. But like, what is her responsibility? Is her responsibility to herself, or is her responsibility to him? I get it. It was a co-creation. But at the end of the day, the responsibility is to myself.
So what was her responsibility to herself?
Do whatever the fuck she wants that's fun and makes her happy. Fuck. It's only it's only now that there's probably some remorse. She probably didn't set out to hurt this young man's feelings. Everybody is an adult here, and everybody
barely.
I'm not touching that. All I know is it's for 18 years or older. Okay. All I know is that they agreed to be together, and that's some shit. When we put conditions on people and we make people responsible for our happiness and we make people responsible for our feelings, they can fuck us up. We can get fucked up when we make somebody responsible. It should have never been his happiness was wound up in her. It's nice if we can co-create and be happy, but at the end of the day,
But he was already effed up.
At the end of the day, his happiness is his responsibility and nobody else's, which, like, in my entanglement, I'm so glad I get to use this word. I had to learn that my feelings are my responsibility. My longings, all that stuff is my responsibility. And I can hold my lover as my object. I can hold my lover as my object of affection if I'm aligned and vibrating in my highest place. And when I'm not, then I'm mad at you. And I'm saying that because you don't have this time and for this or for that, I'm upset with you. I control that. I control how I want to feel about things. And if I don't want to be upset, I should go take a nap and wake up and restart and realign.
If only that was so easy for some people.
It's not easy. It's not easy because people don't want to own that they are responsible for their reality. No one wants to own that. Y'all want to blame God and the devil and all that other shit out there for your well-being. Your well-being is your well-being. We didn't come here to leave it out to somebody else to be responsible for us. No. When I think my lover pissed me off, I have to check myself and go, you don't have to be mad. You don't have to be pissed off. This is the situation, and you could go out there and work in them goddamn flowers and be happy and get over it, or go buy some sneakers. I don't even wear sneakers, so that was the wrong analogy. Go out and buy another plant. Go out and do some nails. Anything to vibrate higher, because a situation, for instance, I'm going to take this out of romantic. My sister came and told me that somebody doesn't think I like them. And I said, fuck that got to do with me?
Nothing.
And then I said, okay, so maybe I should look at, am I doing things that she could perceive that I don't like her? And then it was like, well, you make her feel uncomfortable. Hold on.
That's not your problem.
Hold on. Nope. I'm not owning that shit. She control how she feels. You ever see them people walk into a room and they know 30 people in the room don't fucking like them and they still have a good time and they still happy because they're not letting somebody else's feelings control their feelings, or what someone else thinks about them control their behavior. So it can go in and out, in and out. Man, August Alsina, that's his name?
Alsina.
I don't know these things. August Alsina is responsible for his own fucking well-being. You put your healing in the hands of somebody else is bound to disappoint you. Do that inner work yourself. Do the inner work yourself. I'm not gonna say my lover hasn't mended some patches. He's put some glue in a couple of places that needed some glue.
What kind
you
of
know what I'm saying?
Gorilla glue?
Yeah, he put some Gorilla Glue in some places that needed some patchwork. And I'm not mad. I'm appreciative, but I'm not gonna let anybody else break that shit again. Nah, I control it. August Alsina controls himself, just like Jada. August Alsina ain't have to put their business in the street.
That's the other thing I was about to ask you. Like,
He ain't have to tell that
was
story.
the thing.
But he's speaking his truth.
Shut up! I can't.
Oh, he's speaking his truth. This is what happens. And then, not for nothing, Will and Jada ain't have to say shit. They're rich. They don't have to say shit. Their money
They don't, but it's like
their money is not about to be affected. He got some album sales. Y'all got some memes. Niggas is dragging Jada unnecessarily, but they control the narrative. You rich, you can control the narrative. And Will and Jada got out ahead of it and attempted to control the narrative. And I don't think it went as well as they thought it might have went, because that entanglement shit got songs. I mean,
how well is it? I mean, I think it went well. I mean, ain't nothing happened.
Well, you know what? I didn't. But now there's 1,000 memes.
That's life in the spotlight anyway. That's just gonna happen.
And
regardless.
I mean, and now Michael Blackson is texting Will Smith and got to get blocked. I mean, I only get bits and pieces.
Of you know more than me now. Look at you.
I mean, only listen. People give me information because they know I'm not tapped in, right? So I don't know. I don't think they thought that Jada was probably going to get dragged. She's gotten dragged. I feel bad for Jada. I feel bad for Jada because
listen, my problem in life is that I see all sides. I feel like it's a blessing.
I mean, as a Libra, I can dig that, but at the place of owning and controlling one's reality,
I'm with you. I agree.
Poor Alsina. That's his name.
August. You sound real old, right? That's his name. What's that little boy name? August? October?
I'm legit. Oh, like I'm getting ready to enter my 40th rotation around the sun, but not being 40 because that's not how math works. So I'm getting ready to enter my 40th rotation around the sun, and I don't know shit about young people. I don't know shit about pop culture. I don't know it. I don't know what's trending. I don't know. There's a thing called Black Twitter. I didn't know that was a thing.
So actually, for a while, I thought Black Twitter was like an actual other app.
Right. What?
Right. So, I mean, listen, and I just started using Twitter again in 2020. And
I don't have Twitter.
Is Black Twitter, is that just like a thing? Or is it like an actual app?
Black people, and I mean, not for nothing. If I was in app development, I would make the app Black Twitter.
Why not?
I'd work with Twitter. Let's license this shit. Y'all want to make money off Black people? Give them their own Twitter. Y'all taking statues of people down? Y'all might as well just give us a Twitter. Black Twitter.
I was like, oh, so I'm in Black Twitter right now because I'm responding to like an insecure shit. I was like, oh, got it. I got it.
You got it?
Girl.
Glad. But I mean, I don't know. Relationships.
We ain't got going. We're over an hour, honey.
We're over an hour. I'm looking at the clock behind you.
Yeah.
I can see that. I put a clock up in the studio. You can't see it, but I put one up. My niece put it up.
Oh.
My niece put it up for me. And she's insisting that I get a small refrigerator.
Why?
To keep beverages and to keep my wine and all of that.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. And not have to go upstairs.
Okay. Working on the bathroom. Getting a bathroom in here. Couple things, couple projects. We gotta see how it goes.
Okay.
Going back and forth about a YouTube channel, but it just seems like too much work.
I would agree.
Maybe your viewers would tell me. I think y'all want to hear me on a YouTube channel or see me. I think I'm better in person than just like you do podcasts really well. I think I'm better like doing this than just hearing my voice. Maybe I'll go back to my blog. Maybe I'll write a book. I don't know.
There's a lot of maybes, but again, if it don't make you happy,
don't do it. The impulse came to write a book the other day when I was doing somebody's pedicure, and I was like, "You should just write it. You should just tell your story." The concept of the book would be telling my life through a series of manteractions.
Yeah.
Telling my life story with a series of male interactions. Mm-hmm.
And I was only here for like 8 years of that, so I can only imagine what was.
Yeah, you weren't here for any of my 20s.
You know.
Whew. How I stayed safe, I don't know. I ain't lost my life. I ain't been in jail. I ain't murdered nobody. Nobody has cut my tires. Nothing. Let me knock on this wood here.
Yeah, do it, girl. Do it.
Yeah, so it's been good. Thank you for having me, though.
You're welcome.
I would love to be a frequent flyer on the podcast.
Yes.
If that is a thing.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and tell your viewers to check out my Instagram that you made me do.
Well, that's actually your next job right now. To talk about your platforms. It's really just a platform because
so y'all, I had an Instagram page and I thought it was lit. I used to do stories and I used to do my own thing. I just posted nail stuff. I did nails. I'm a baker, so all my cake, the stuff I was doing with my son, work stuff, school stuff. It was like all my shit in one place. And Shamir was like, no, you need one for nails. She was like, well, I'm gonna set that up. That was like a year ago, right? She was like, I'm gonna set that up. Then she got the sick, and then I was like, you let that ride out. So then she
get to say, I felt like I worked on it a little bit while I was in recovery.
No,
I did it.
You said you were going to, but I don't think so. And then all of a sudden she's like, okay.
Well, I did because that's when we got the price scheduling out.
Yeah, she did. She made me set a price list, which I did. And after some consideration, I think I have to reevaluate some prices. I have to reevaluate nail art prices, not anything else. The services are pretty standard, but like what nail art costs. A veteran in the game told me, she told all us techs, nail art is $1 a minute. That's it. Facts.
Girl, no, for my service. I'm like, nah.
Well, I mean, that's another story. You're another story, but for anybody going forward, it's legit gonna possibly be $1 a minute. But people don't ever know what they want when they come and stuff. So that's different. So I'm on the Instagram. I have an Instagram business page now, not my personal page. I haven't seen my personal page since March. Once the Rona hit and the way it hit, I hopped off the social media because social media can drain your life.
I thought you hopped off before that.
I thought right when they told us it was our last day, then I hopped off when like the lockdown happened and then people were panicking and everybody's gonna die. I was like, nope, don't need that energy. So I hopped off. But then your homegirl here texted me one night and was like, this is the name of your Instagram page. Here are these pictures. And I thought the pictures were really nice. She put the logo in. She made my shit super professional, right? She's really great. Then she texted me a couple days ago, like, you need to post the pictures. That's not my job. You said you were going to do this page. Now I got to post the shit. Now she's like, you need to do stories. You need to do it. I didn't sign up for this. I was telling one of my clients yesterday in this room, I didn't sign up for that shit. And they was like, you should tell your client Shamir that you didn't sign up for that. No, I didn't. So everybody on your podcast, I didn't sign up to post no goddamn pictures. So she's going to text me something, you got a DM. But I go to look. She done read this shit already. What is you telling me for? Tell me what do people say?
No.
I went there. There was no new message because she had already done that. Okay?
I see you got a message. I didn't say like.
She looked at it already. So why the fuck did I have to go look at it if she looked at it?
Because I'm not going to say I'm not going to go through the back and forth with somebody that's trying to look in the damn thing. That's your job. I will post the pictures. We are agreeing now. You guys are hearing me on YouTube.
She can post the pictures.
I'm going to post the pictures.
She's going to tell me, post the pictures. She going to post the pictures. Then I got to go back and fill in the caption.
That's right.
No.
Yes.
You do the pictures. You do the captions.
I'm not doing it. I don't know what you did.
The fuck? I don't remember what I did on those pictures.
But you know the new one. But she gonna send me the pictures.
I didn't send it. I did because I like the way she make the lighting look, and then she put a little logo on there.
But you don't want to do the caption.
No, I don't.
It's in your voice. The caption is in your voice. If I was up to me, I would just put the pictures and I won't put any captions. I would
pretty basic. This is a gel manicure done on so and so. But I think I'm gonna play with the I think I can do the captions. I'm gonna make them a little more lively, not just like, okay, gel manicure use. I feel like I gotta tag all the businesses and shit that I use. I feel like
we talked about how you wanted to we talked about getting the free shit. Right, like
I don't know how to get free shit.
You gotta tag. You gotta tag and show them. It's not gonna take 10 days.
Oh.
It takes time.
Oh.
You gotta be consistent. You gotta put the work in.
I gotta put the work in that I don't like to
in.
do.
And she doesn't.
Let me show y'all. Real Nails by Zadi B. I should put my thumb on it, like, so y'all can see the work I did last night for this.
Oh, I see what you're trying to accomplish. Okay.
You see that? You see that? I did that. Yo, I did that. That's funny.
Anyway, the Instagram is Real Nails with a Z, NJ, because she's in New Jersey. That's the Instagram page.
That's not the fucking Instagram. That's the email, fam.
What
What setup shit don't even know.
Ain't the thing Real Nails?
It's Real Nails with a Z by Zadi B. It kind of rhymes. Real Nails.
You right. With a Z.
By Zadi, ZADI B. Because my last name starts.
You know what happened? I did Real Nails NJ during recovery. So there's another page out there, but because of the email situation,
I don't like
it didn't
Real
work
Nails
out.
NJ.
Well, here we are. I'm glad that you don't like it because
now we have Real Nails by Zadi B up in these streets. And I'm gonna make it look like something. I'm gonna put a little more effort. Yeah, right. Into this to make this something that, I can be proud of. And I will go back to stories. I like doing stories. I will go back to doing stories but then she tells me I gotta record it from my phone first and then upload it. It's a lot
because
of
listen.
She told me why already.
You can't. You already talking about time. You already coming at me for our 3-hour sessions. And a part of that, she used to record and upload to Instagram at the same time. I'm like, this is why this shit's taking so long. So you can't do this.
Who has time to do? I won't remember later, but I'm going to do better. So let me tell you, I'm thinking of hosting a Real Nails meetup. So it's like basically come meet the tech, come meet the space. No, you don't think that's a good idea?
I'm listening. Yeah, we talked about this before.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to do that maybe around Labor Day. If not on Labor Day, I think ladies is itching to get out. Maybe not. We'll see.
I would make we can talk offline, but for COVID's sake, limited inside. You can do something on the outside. I would,
it's going to be outside. It's not going to be inside, but you can come in and see the space. But I think 25 people is fair. Mask on, mask off. You wax on, wax off, however you feel comfortable. But yeah, Real Nails meetup. You can meet the tech, and you can meet the space, and you can see some work, and you can book some appointments. All of that. I think that's coming soon. Look at me doing shit.
Look at you. So anyway, hit her DMs. If she doesn't see it, I'll see it. I'll tell her.
Sounds fun. Yeah,
she'll respond.
Hit my DMs. I like stuff in the DMs.
It goes down.
I wish there was a little more interaction in the DMs, but no, I'm joking. No,
you're good. You have enough going on.
Ooh, she heard that. She said that. I have enough. I don't. But yeah, hit my DMs. Hit me up. Come through. For some nail therapy. I got a tagline that nail therapy.
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. When are you coming to get your nails done?
Soon. I gotta, it's a whole day. I gotta make a whole trip to go to Jersey.
I know.
I gotta make it from Connecticut.
Okay, well, you make the trip and you come get your nails done.
It's happening because I can't do this length anymore. So just know, either I can do it myself and cut it before I come, or
you can fuck them up if you cut them before you come. So then it's like
I can't do this,
cut, and then we got to reshape them, and then she got to be like, this is this, and this is this, and we got to do designs. That's 3 hours. Everybody in my world knows that when Shamir comes to get her nails done, I don't come up for air for 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours.
My fingers are already long. I can't do this. I need to go back all the way down.
All the way down, like this hand,
like almost to where this pinky is.
Yeah, I went down too. Let me tell you something. Luminary nail systems. If you come through, let me tell you, you're not going to find this in very few places. Luminary nail systems will have your nails growing.
Yeah, these are mine. They're mine.
Those are her nails, and they've been cut down. So I got luminary in January. You've been getting luminary February, maybe. They've been cut down like 4 times. This is my hand. I cut these nails down twice already. They get really long, really, really long. And these are my nails. So I cut my right hand down. They were long. I just cut them last night, cut them all the way down. But I had to leave. I like to do art. And I haven't freaked my nails in a long time. I'm really feeling this funky shit. So thank you so much.
I'll be there soon.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Holler.
Mm-mm.